Look at your social media feed for a moment. Everyone's a self-proclaimed guru, broadcasting their hustle, posting morning routines at 5 a.m., and turning their life into a non-stop motivational seminar. But behind the perfectly filtered photos and a sea of buzzwords, there's a secret no one wants to admit. Most of the celebrated grind is just performance. It's loud, it's flashy, and it produces almost nothing of real value. That's the uncomfortable truth everyone is too busy liking and sharing to notice. Yet, there's a rare type of person who saw the flaw in this system years ago. The silent achiever saw the game and simply refused to play. They aren't lazy or unambitious, they're just wise enough to know what the crowd never will. Their decision to work in silence isn't a weakness, it's a deliberate strategy. And once you understand the reasons, you'll see the noise for the distraction it truly is. Let's dig deeper. First, attention has become the new currency. Think about the last project that got praise in your workplace. Was it the best one or the one that was marketed the loudest? Most people now spend more energy talking about the work they're about to do than actually doing it. They chase likes, comments, and visibility, believing that being seen is the same as being valuable. The silent achiever understands this is a trap. They don't post updates or announce their goals. They quietly get to work, knowing that a finished product is the only applause that matters. For them, work turned into a popularity contest. They'd rather have one masterpiece than 1,000 followers celebrating a blueprint. Having standards isn't arrogance, it's substance. Next, hustle culture has become a myth. In the past, effort was measured by results and craftsmanship. Now it's measured by sleepless nights and burnout worn as a badge of honor. Loyalty to the process has been replaced by an addiction to appearing busy. The silent achiever is wired differently. Their work ethic is old school. They are the ones who disappear for weeks and emerge with a solution, who believe in deep work, not shallow motion. But in today's world, this focused approach is mistaken for inactivity. That painful misunderstanding teaches the silent achiever to trust their own process and offer their results only when they're ready. Focus beats frenzy every single time. Watch how people act when a deadline approaches. The air fills with panic, performative stress, and loud declarations of how much work there is to do. The silent achiever has seen this play out countless times. They watch as others scramble, caught up in the drama of the work rather than the work itself. This reveals a hard truth. Most people are more in love with the idea of being a hard worker than the discipline it requires. The silent achiever refuses to participate in this theater, knowing that real progress is made in calm, collected steps. They'd rather leave the stage behind than join a chorus of manufactured chaos. Have you noticed how most professional conversations are just recycled jargon? Buzzwords, corporate speak, and trending ideas. Nothing ever really gets challenged. The silent achiever craves mastery and genuine understanding, asking the hard questions that push boundaries. But whenever they bring this level of inquiry to the table, others get defensive, change the subject, or dismiss it as overthinking. Eventually, the silent achiever learns to stop trying to force depth in shallow waters, choosing the company of books and challenging problems over endless, pointless meetings. A hollow discussion starts to feel deafening once you've experienced true intellectual engagement. Everyone seems to be building a personal brand these days. Life is a giant marketing campaign, fueled by curated LinkedIn posts, exaggerated titles, and stories designed to go viral. Real struggles and failures are edited out because they don't fit the success narrative. The silent achiever defies this script, showing up with quiet competence, letting their work speak for itself, flaws and all. But this authenticity makes those who built their careers on hype deeply uncomfortable. The silent achiever stands out not for lacking a brand, but for refusing to become an empty product in someone else's market. Think about momentum. Most people can't build it. They start projects with a burst of excitement, announce it to the world, and then fizzle out when the initial praise fades. The silent achiever, though, understands that motivation is internal. They don't need external validation to keep going, feeling progress instead of seeking praise. They can work for months or even years on a single project, fueled by their own commitment. Others confuse this self-reliance for a lack of passion, but it's nothing of the sort. It's the difference between a firework and a star. One burns bright and vanishes, the other burns steadily for a lifetime. Finally, there's the output imbalance. Most teams have a few people who generate all the noise and a few who generate all the results. The silent achiever tracks this economy of value. When they find themselves in an environment that rewards showmanship over substance, they don't complain. They simply find a new place to plant their seeds, or they build their own garden. Their energy is saved for endeavors that produce tangible outcomes. For the silent achiever, true impact is measurable. Visibility isn't progress. So, if you see the silent achiever working quietly in the corner, don't mistake it for a lack of ambition. They aren't falling behind. They are building an empire in silence, unwilling to trade mastery for metrics, substance for style, or results for recognition. In a world obsessed with being loud, working in silence is the most powerful move you can make.